Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're back on GTA 5 online and checking out the brand new vehicle from the Arena Wars DLC. Today we have received the Pegassi Toros, and yeah, that looks pretty hideous from the pictures as we're seeing now. It costs $498,000, which to be honest is not too bad for a price of these cars. They can be a bit ridiculous at times, especially like $2 million and all that sort of stuff, but 4.9 is not too bad. Also, I've turned my volume up on my Elgato to 70 rather than 36 or whatever it was on before, so hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice over the game. If it's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it down for the next video. You know what to do. So let's just have a look here. Because I've bought it already. I bought it in red, and it is over here when I come out of here. So here it is. Let's run over here as quick as possible. Now, by the looks of things, this is based off of the Lamborghini Urus production version. I think it's the production version. Yeah, it looks like it to me. Because they had the concept one in 2012, but now they've got the production one, which looks just as hideous as this one here. And the concept one looked hideous as well. So we've got a hideous fest going on here. So let's jump inside and see what we've got. Another reused interior, but a good sounding startup. That did sound quite good. I think it's going to be a sort of rehashed sound like the Strider. It sounds a little bit higher revving than that. Oh well, we'll just give it a go.
What are you after?
Now in real life this thing has a V8, so the V12 sort of sound is a little bit wrong. But never mind. Aha! That is more like it. So we've got some quad exhausts, we've got the round exhausts, we've got these crazy tri-vector exhausts. Whoa, we've got some massive big bore ones as well. But you know me and my GTA, I like to keep it as realistic as possible. So yeah, some round exhausts. Obviously I think there was a concept that had the square exhaust, wasn't it? I think it was. But the production version actually has 4 round exhausts. So yeah, not like that. They look like the Tempestus exhaust actually. Them sort of very similar. Not quite, but you know what I mean. Twin bore exhausts. Let's actually rev it up a little bit just so we can get that smoke out of the way. Yeah, we'll go for the 10 grand option. I'm sure the customisation's got more and more expensive as well. Front bumpers. So we've got a custom diffuser, which actually looks a lot better like that. Another one. We've got a Shark, Carbon, Pegassi. That looks hideous. Yes. I don't know. Probably that one. I reckon. Grill. So we've got a grill, we've got chrome trim, we've got carbon trim, street grill, carbon street grill, performance grill, carbon roaster, carbon chrome, exposed intercooler, luxury grill. Oh man, this thing just gets even more hideous. I think we'll have to go for the gated ones because obviously in real life it's got those sort of like gated hexagonal grills. So I think it's going to be this one. And we've got the bonnet, so we've got a striped, which I can't see the stripe at all. Carbon striped, still can't see it. Or is it stripped? Stripped, not striped, idiot. Can't read. A bevel hood, performance hood, carbon, blah blah blah. This is kind of scrolling through. In real life, it has a plain as bonnet like that, so that's what we're gonna do. Lights, yeah, you know the stuff. Aha, so we've got some liveries this time. So we've got classic stripes. Yeah, I can read stripes this time. Orange Toros, that looks good. Purple Vandal, blue Vandal, blah blah blah. Let's just not bother reading it out, just have a scroll through. Some different liveries there. I think I'm going to stick with a normal paintwork. It looks good enough. All mudguards. They don't have. I think that's front mudguards in real life, but I'm going to put mudguards on it anyway. Respray. I think I'm going to have it in blue. I think I quite like the idea of a blue one. I'm looking at a picture of one now online, and it looks quite nice in blue. So I think we'll have that in blue. It's still as hideous as it always is, but still not too bad. And we go down to blue, which is somewhere around here. I haven't played this game for so long I don't even know where the colours are. Ah, we can do trim colour, which only changes the trim. Well, obviously, but it changes the actual sort of stitching rather than the colour itself, which is a bit of a shame. But I think we should go for a cream or white. I think maybe white because it stands out a bit more. Roof, we've got a carbon. I won't bother reading it out because I'll just have a quick scroll through. In real life, it just has an aerial. which is pretty much what we've got here. Probably that would do. Some stabilizers. Skirts, we've got primary, extended, you know what. Now I'll leave that off. Spoiler, so we've got a upper spoilers. Ah, okay, we got some different customization here. We've got some unique stuff. That looks like it's been stolen off the Hawara BC Pagani. It does have a boot lip spoiler and a sort of a roof spoiler as well in real life. Pretty much what it looks like there, to be honest. But the bottom one, of course, we've got a ducktail, a carbon, and a bolted. Yeah, I'll keep it as it is. Upper spoilers, yeah, you can go a bit crazy with the upper spoilers, can't you? What's here? That's exactly the same. We'll keep it as it is. Suspension, no point lowering down a car that's meant to be stacked up a bit. And it's meant to be a four-wheel drive. Off-road thing, even though in real life four-wheel drive is a, well, off-road mode is a option. So you buy an SUV to have an off-road mode as an option.
No rush at all.
Awful idea that was. I think we should go for some black wheels just to sort of tone it down a little bit, because these wheels are quite big. We've got quite a few wheel options in real life, but I think probably some decently spokey ones would be alright, and maybe even them. But I use them too much though. We need some new wheels though, really, to be honest. I'm getting a bit bored of these wheels. I don't even know. I'm trying not to get one with chrome lip, really, but I don't know, they're not too bad. Maybe just have them in black. Or even them, but they got a chrome lip. They're not too bad either. You know, I'll just have them, put them in black. That looks good to me. And let's exit to ground. Also, let's hope there's no mines down there, otherwise I'm going to get blown up because I'm not in passive mode. So the customization's not too bad in this. It's okay. I do like the different spoiler options. I think that's quite a new addition, which I quite like. But generally, the other customization's a bit lame. Oh god, this game's really slow. Come on, right, there we go. Enable passive mode. Yeah, we're safe. And I'm pressing the Forza buttons now. Okay, it's fast, I'll give you that. It does sound like the Strider, but it's been sort of upgraded slightly. It's a unique noise, which I do like. I'm glad they got a unique noise. But it can't. Oh, blimey, those brakes are terrible. It sounds familiar, but I don't think it's a reused noise. I think part of it is, I think it is slightly Strider, the Benefactor Strider. It's really weird, the steering wheel is miles down. The acceleration's pretty good, and just general handling's not too bad. It's a little bit tail happy, I think, for a four-wheel drive. I should really understeer in real life. Whoa! But in this update, apparently all the cars don't have the advanced flags like the previous DLC cars did. So I can definitely feel it. Actually, the car handles a hell of a lot better than the newer cars that we had in the last DLC. I know. Every time I say that, I crash. I don't know why that seems to happen. I just seem to expect it to handle a lot better than it does, and then yeah, I can end up crashing. But nevertheless, it does feel better because when you go over bumps and things, it doesn't sort of slow down. You carry on, just go over the bumps, and it just carries on like it should. And also the speed itself and the gears don't sound limited. Like in the last game, they sound like they're electronically limited somehow, but it doesn't sound like it in this case. It actually sounds like it's revving to how high it can actually rev. So that's quite good. I'm pleased about that. Whoa, this thing's very wallowy though. It's got quite spongy suspension and it's quite tail happy, and the brakes are terrible. Also, I haven't played this game for so long. I'm used to the Forza physics and everything, so I'm a little bit. Whoa. So I think the next stage is really testing it up against its rivals, and these brakes are absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. So yeah, I think we'll be going to our test drive. I still can't say this thing looks good. I know it's a bit bashed up, but it's hideous. Absolutely horrible. So we go to online, I think, and we go to jobs. I haven't done this for so long, I don't even know where I'm going and what I'm doing. Play a job, my job, I think it's test drives. Oh, okay, stunt races. Test track 4? I don't think it's 4. I think it's 2. We'll give that a go. We'll try that. But what would it be? What would it? Wait, let's reconstruct my sentence here. What would be the competition for this car? Probably be the Strider, something like that. Oh, what class was it? It must be an SUV. Can't be anything else, surely. So we've got the Baller, we've got the Patriot Stretch, we've got the Toros, we've got the Baller, Baller. BJ, Cavalcade, Contender, Cruiser, Crusader, Dubster again, Granger, Huntley, blah blah blah. A lot of these slow vehicles. And cheaper vehicles, considerably cheaper. So 400,000 is quite expensive for one of these, for an SUV anyway. It must be one of the most expensive of the lot. But it is very fast. I don't think any of these are going to compete, but the XLS is not a bad car. I don't know, maybe. I think what we should do is we'll test it against the Baller, since A is the only one I've got, and the Baller's quite a nice car. So, excuse my poor driving if it comes to it, but yeah, I haven't played this game for a long time. Last time I played was last week actually, but I didn't really play it for that long, and I didn't really do much of driving. It was literally just testing out the Arena Wars DLC. Whoa! So this is how it should handle. I was expecting the Toros to handle. It understeers quite badly, like this does. It's terrible understeer. But I can tell already the Toros is going to be much faster than this. Yeah, so I knew I was going to miss that. Sometimes I go through that and I go along this road and it actually counts, which I don't know why it didn't count then, which is pretty unfair and pretty irritating. But I just know straight away that the Pegassi is going to be a lot faster, just because the way how it felt, and as soon as I got in this compared to the other, I could just straight away tell there's a big difference. Generally, this car actually feels slow anyway, and I would have said actually the Toros is quite a good competitor for a sports car. But you know what Rockstar's balancing system is? Pretty terrible. That kind of went a bit better than I thought. I thought I would have gone flying after that, but no, I sort of handled it quite well. So I oversteered a bit and lost a bit of traction. So we did it in, yeah, we know it first. 1 minute 33.5. Almost 6. So I would say take about 7 seconds off roundabouts for that cock up I did. It'd probably be more than that, really, but we'll see, because I think from my memory, the Dominator was able to get through this track about 1 minute 30, so I say it's not too bad, not a bad time at all. But all I know, I definitely know that Taurus is going to be a lot faster, unless in the racing environment, like in a race circuit, sometimes the handling can be different. I don't know why, but it can be, so maybe it could be a completely different scenario. But let's give it a go anyway. I feel like my level is so low now. I've seen like people at level 800 and that sort of thing. It makes me feel like I haven't played this game at all. But I don't like playing online again these days, so I don't care at all. Here we go. Let's see how well this car handles. Yeah, those brakes are awful, absolutely awful. But the general acceleration is pretty good, and the steering is good, but the front end grip is very good, but the rear end grip is terrible. So don't power out too early, otherwise you end up skidding out of control. Look at that, it's done exactly the same thing as the Range Rover. How weird is that? SUVs, they can't handle very well. But I feel like I recovered from that a lot quicker than with this, because the acceleration was a lot better. But you definitely have to brake a lot earlier, because the braking is terrible. See, yeah, and also this car's a lot bigger than I thought. It's hard to get through that chicane actually, because it was just a lot bigger and wider than expected. Yeah, I think the brakes are going to be its downfall. The brakes are its downfall. Because you try and stop, but it just doesn't do anything. So it means you've got to brake really, really early. Nevertheless, it looks like we're going to beat the Range Rover. Or the Brawler, I should say, really. There we go. So we still beat the Range Rover, even though we messed up twice instead of once. So I knew it was going to be faster. I could just feel the way the car handled in terms of its acceleration and front end grip, but the rear end grip was terrible, and of course the brakes were awful. I don't know whether it translated very well into video, but I push on the brake pedal or the brake trigger or whatever you want to call it, and nothing happens really. It just seems to make the car over rev, and then that just makes the braking not work very well. I don't know what that's all about. But yes, there we go. There's the two comparisons. There's not really a lot other cars that can compare, really, to be honest. Considering the actual speed of the Toros, it's quite a lot better than the Brawler, and the price of it's quite expensive. But then again, if you look at other cars being at 2 million, 1 million, 1.5, 700k, 400k is reasonably cheap in this game now for modern DLC cars. So that's not too badly priced. So in the general overview, I would have said that the car's rather hideous. I don't like the way it looks at all. It's not as bad as the real thing. I think the real thing looked a little bit uglier than that one, which is quite weird. Apart from the front, I think probably the front's a bit worse than the real life equivalent. The price is not too bad. The sound is okay, not brilliant, but it's not like horrible either. The customization isn't very good. You've got a couple of liveries, got a new unique sort of spoiler customization, which is okay. The spoilers are probably the best part of the actual car in terms of the customization, but the customization itself isn't exactly comprehensive. But yeah, I would have said it's not a too bad car. If you like your SUVs and you like the new Lamborghini Urus, I would say it's a good buy for you. But yeah, it's not too bad of a car. Definitely the performance side of things, it's a very, very powerful car for an SUV. I reckon it'll probably punch a few sports cars in the face. Like that. Even though it's a supercar, but never mind. But yeah, I'd have said that there's a few sports cars that would struggle to beat this. I think it's probably near enough the same sort of performance as the Spectre, but I think the brakes are what ruin this car for its handling. I know you can customize the brakes and everything, but even so. What? So look, it just takes forever to brake. See what this dude. See what that dude's off. Dude's doing his deliveries. I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. Whole load of crap that was. That's how long it takes to stop. I braked near enough at the end of there and then stopped here, which in real life is not a bad stopping distance, but then in this game the brakes are quite good in most cars, so yeah, it was quite bad. But again, as I was mentioning, you can actually customize your brakes obviously, but I'm testing the car from standard and just doing the visual stuff. I know the spoilers can make some difference in the handling, but in that case I don't really sort of conclude that. I just say, right, this is what the car is, just customize the way it looks and then just drive, don't do anything mechanically. But yeah, there we go. There is the Pegassi Toros, or the Lamborghini Urus, the real life equivalent. There we go. Thank you very much for watching this video today, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!